King of Pancrase Championship title belt. All the way from Brazil, in the blue corner, serious as cancer, Glaico França. His record 18-5. Won his last 5 fights in a row. He has 9 KO victories. Amongst that, 7 submission victories. Only 2 of his fights won by decision. He took the Aspera FC welterweight title November 2017, then came to Pancrase, made his debut at Pancrase 293, as you saw in the preview there, against Hiroyuki Tetsuka, who is a top welterweight. He won that in February this year, just a matter of months ago. Took the Ultimate Fighter Brazil Season 4 Championship with 3 choke victories. Took 2 unanimous decision losses in the UFC. He wants back in the UFC. He's been very clear about that from the start. He's grateful for this opportunity in Pancrase, but he said very clearly that he wants back in the UFC. This fight today is brought to you by Sky Ticket. And the homegrown fighter himself, #1 ranking, Tribe Tokyo MMA, Takashi Sato, 13-1 as professional, also won his last 5 fights in a row, 8 by knockout, 2 by submission. Only 1 loss on his record, and he avenged that. That was against Kenta Takagi. No question marks there at all. He destroyed him, and now has the opportunity today to take the belt to the Tribe Tokyo MMA gym. His last win was against Masayuki Hamagishi, who just fought, interestingly, in Quintet Fight Night here in Tokyo, also on UFC Fight Pass. Sato made his debut in 2013. França made his debut 2012. What would you say are the keys to both of these guys' victories tonight?
That's a good question. Well, looking at their styles, França, he's the more refined of the two, the one with the experience, with a lot of tools in his tool belt. And very tight game, defensively and offensively. But Sato, that guy is here to drop the bombs and blow up França to Kingdom Come.
He's had a great training camp out in Florida, and split his training camp between that and here in Tokyo. He's in absolutely top condition today, as is Glaico França. Tenshin Nasukawa enters the Pancrase Decagon with some flowers. Never lost in his career.
31-0.
Incredible kickboxer. Anybody who's witnessed Nasukawa knows this. Anybody who's not, you better get your learn on. He is in the matrix, this kid.
Yeah. This is a very traditional Japanese kind of thing. The kohai, the younger the one comes out and shows respect to the older guys.
Yep. The crowd very happy to see Tenshin in attendance tonight, with one championship, Chatri Sityodong, next to him. Big things to come. But the first big thing is the main event here tonight. 5 5-minute rounds.
I'm not sure it's going to go that long, though.
I'd be extremely surprised if it did.
Right.
Neither of these fighters train or have even shown that in their careers.
No interest for a decision win whatsoever, these two.
Glaico França.
Aka corner, 180センチ、77.0キロ、13勝1敗、ランキング1位、2014年ネオブラッドトーナメント優勝、トライブ東京 MMA、
Takashi Sato. Sold out audience going wild here before the action has even started. This fight presented by Sky Ticket, live on UFC Fight Pass. Do not take your eyes off this for one moment.
Going, don't grab the cage. Free fight, okay. Check out. Hold up.
All right, let's see what's going to happen here. I expect Sato to come out and be the one that's going to open up and make more.
My only worry is Sato going a little bit wild and not being too accurate.
Yeah, because of the two, he's the one that's going to take the gambles and go for broke. More likely than Franca will be. I'm sorry, I keep saying Franca.
França, that's right. França with the first contact, the in-low kick to the right thigh of Takashi Sato. Keeping that lead left hand out there, Glaico França. Sato not reaching him with the kick there.
That's right, Sato more upright of the two. França a little bit more lower, a little bit more of a wider stance.
França's distance control has always impressed me in all the fights that I've watched, and the last fight that we called together. His feints also, the way he feints with his shoulders and his hips. Nice job there from the right hand, Takashi Sato in southpaw.
Yeah, and the one thing I do see right off the bat here is that Sato has the better footwork, and he looks a little bit faster. His punches look faster and crisper than França's.
Having said that, França dropped Hiroyuki Tetsuka, which is not easy to do in their last fight. Very upright stance Sato has.
You can tell he's definitely, and his chin is a little bit high for my liking, but
he's always had that style. Goes to the body.
Sato mixing it up.
Oh, big right hand from França.
Maybe that training camp for Sato in the States did him good.
I would say so for sure. Looking at his social media, he certainly enjoyed it.
Because before I would have said he's much more of the brawler, but now he looks very composed and very tight.
Left cross there from Sato. França has been out here for just over 2 weeks, which is very unusual for the Brazilian fighters. They usually come out, at most a week before. Right. So, he's obviously been able to acclimatise, get used to the time difference, and settle into the atmosphere here. Sato again looking for the body.
And that's always a good punch when you have someone that's in the another stance, an orthodox versus the southpaw. It's good for the, as an orthodox fighter, I use that punch a lot against southpaws.
Oh, rocked his head back there with that right cross.
Nice.
França's right cross is dangerous. Watch out for that. It could be a fight finisher.
He's got some distance on that thing.
Long jab there from Sato. High kick there.
Big, powerful kick.
Yeah,
push Sato back a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good idea for França to do that against the southpaw. Nice little combination there from Sato.
Yeah, that's nice.
A cheer from the crowd.
Sato needs to do that.
Popping that right hand again in there, the Brazilian. Goes to the body now.
I like how França pushed him out to the side and Sato came back and reclaimed the middle of the cage again.
Jonan calling to... he's actually saying it's okay if you want to close the gap and tie up with him.
Really?
Oh, heavy low kick to the inner thigh of the lead leg of Sato.
That step-in jab of Sato is working very well. There's a small cut above the nose of França.
There it is again.
There it is, yep.
Yeah, it's long. Oh, looking for the elbow there, Sato.
Nice way to change up from that jab to that elbow. Whoa, a lot of pressure.
He's not holding back with that right hand. He did pull the punch there, but yeah, in general, he is letting it go.
That is right.
Oh! Just as França goes to the body, Sato replies with a left hook.
Right, good defense, counter punch, and head movement from Sato.
1 minute left in the round.
And that's what you need to do when you're fighting a fighter with giant bombs for fists like França.
Starting to exchange in the pocket more now in this last minute of the first round. Sato holding back here, but like I said, probably a good thing because he's been a little bit wild in the past and he can't afford to do that against somebody of the level and caliber of Glaico França.
That is correct, and that was what I was worried about, him coming into this fight. Oh, those are like two
low blow.
They're like two low blows.
Two low blows.
It's like, no, it's okay. All right. So you're a man, be a man.
They're both still exchanging these knees here. With the head control, Glaico França closing seconds.
He's like, dame.
He's speaking Japanese to the Brazilian. Yeah.
He's like, no, I hit his stomach. Yeah. Well, it's short time. Looks like we're going to end out the round with some...
Yeah, Sato not in any real trouble there.
Yeah.
Just the referee wanted to stamp his authority. For everybody out there, dame means no. He could have said no, but he just said dame. End of the first round. The sold-out crowd here at Studio Coast showing their appreciation for both of these fighters in the main event. Everything on the line here. The vacant welterweight King of Pancrase championship belt is up for grabs.
Look at that, the high fake with the right hand. He goes low with the body punch. Wow, big straight right hand from França. Both these fighters are trading blows. They're landing good shots on each other.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if França takes the win, if he takes it via that right hand of his.
Right. Because of the punches that they're both landing, it is the straight right that's going to drop you. Whereas Sato's jab, that's more of a setup punch.
The first round goes to Sato. All three judges scoring it in his favor.
Yeah, if you talk about number of punches landed, I definitely think it goes to Sato.
Yeah. França more calculated with his punches, but yeah, Sato popping that jab in there very often and following up. Oh, there was an eye poke there. Unintentional, but
right.
Let's hope he's okay. Yeah, he seems to be shaking it off.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I always hate to see that because that can change the turn of events of a fight.
That's right, and damage to the lens of the eyes is a very real fear that a lot of fighters have to face.
Let's take a look at what happened there.
So low kick, extends the left hand, fingers out. Yeah, it looks like
just grazed him.
Yeah.
The touch gloves, and we are underway again. Early in the second round of this potentially 5-round championship match here tonight at Pancrase 297. That big right from França.
Lands it again.
Look for the takedown.
Follows it with a takedown. This is where Sato does not want to be.
Doesn't want to be here. Does not want to be here with França. França has submitted a lot of people by way of choke.
He's got that single leg ride. It looks like the right eye of Sato is bleeding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, inside the eye. So I'm wondering what's happening here. Is that from the previous eye poke?
It might just be. It might just be in the corner of the eye.
Yeah, it could be.
So, like, you know, it wasn't an actual eye poke in the eyeball, but it was enough to just cut in the inside of the nose.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't take away from the focus of Sato. Sometimes little things like that can throw you off your game. França being very aggressive and looking for that leg ride, extending the right leg.
Pulls him down.
Puts him down. Sato right back up. If he can get that underhook, he'll have a good chance of defending that takedown. So get that left arm in.
Oh, nice hip toss there from Sato, but França having absolutely none of it.
Right.
Turns it back in his favor.
Wow, Sato reminding us that he is Japanese. There's quite a lot of blood coming from that.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
right
of course,
eye.
that can be due to the adrenaline and the heart rate being up.
Right.
Even just a small cut can do
Yeah.
that. You probably find that, if this goes to the break, they'll clean it up and it probably won't bleed anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the only worry would be like vision impairment as well. França.
Yeah, from the blood.
Right.
We are halfway through the second round in this championship fight tonight.
França aggressively pursuing this clinch.
França, after the weigh-ins yesterday, managed to put on about 23, 24 pounds. Again!
Another judo throw, tries to stay up, but again, França back on the legs. Sato needs to turn around and face him. He's giving him his back again. He needs to get that right hand in front of him.
Yeah, França will pop out there if he can.
He turned his back to him.
Looking for that leg right again. 2 minutes left in the second round. Pulls him down to the mat. Sato back up.
Sato's got to turn and face him. Get in front of him. He keeps turning his back to him like this. It looks like he's going for a switch. See how he's leaving his left hand really low? He wants to get inside the thigh and go for a switch. Yeah, see, he's trying to be patient about it. Mm-hmm. I think he's trying to set up. Oh, there it is. Oh, just missed it.
Right in the back position now. França 1 minute 30 on the clock in the second round.
Sato back in the hands, but França back on the legs. Good balance by Sato.
França persistent with these takedowns. Taking some elbows here. França switches his head between the legs.
That's right. And we've seen a knockout before from that position, those elbows. I believe it's Marlon Sandro against...
Yep, seen it a few times in other organizations as well. Josh Barnett lost that way in UFC once. Just under 1 minute on the clock here. Good head control from the Brazilian. Still popping knees into the thigh. The referee, is he going to warn him again? Oh no, he's checking the eye.
Oh, I think they might have just been breaking it from no action.
Oh, it's just a break. Oh no, it's the eye. Oh, he wants to clean it up and have a look.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the poke wasn't to the eye. It was a scratch to the skin on the the eyelid.
It's just a little cut on top of the eyelid.
Is it the eyelid?
And that could happen from a glove or a fingernail.
The edge of these gloves,
Oh yeah, that looks like a fingernail on the top though.
Yeah, it just clipped him, didn't it?
Yeah. And then we didn't see it bleed until.
So it wasn't the eyeball.
No,
it hit the eyelid.
Right. Looked like it was the pointer finger that came across.
Yeah, that's clearly affecting his vision.
Right.
But Sato is an absolute warrior, and that's not going to stop him from wanting this welterweight belt any more than he has so far. Back at it, 40 seconds on the clock in the second round. Watch for the right hand of França, watch for that jab. Sato.
There's that jab like a spear. So I'm watching França's footwork, and the reason he can land that right hand is every time he throws that right hand, he steps to the outside of Sato's right lead foot. Wow. Back and forth. Oh.
10 seconds on the clock in the second round here.
Sato landing a lot of technical punches here. Usually we'll see him go for broke here and start swinging for the fences.
Yeah, he's been a bit more calculated this time. Started to open up with that left cross more, which is good.
Right.
Crowd showing their appreciation again, coming out of that second round for both of these top-notch fighters.
We are against the cage. Oh, there's that judo throw. Excellent throw. A little too much rotation.
Yeah,
França was able to follow through.
Yeah, just kept turning with it.
Right. And that's the thing about judo techniques. If you don't practice it to the cover, because in the judo world, you're always just going for the points. It's a throw to points. It's not a throw to cover.
Yeah, that cut is just over on the side of the right eyelid of Sato. So here we are, Guy Delamo. Sato has the first round. França has the second round.
And we got 3 more to go.
Possibly 3 more to go.
Possibly is the correct word.
Packed out audience here in Studio Coast.
Many of whom are standing up. Oh, wow. França landed a giant punch there. Again, França and Sato are trading jabs and crosses.
Looking for the elbow there, Sato.
Big elbow.
França looking rocked here. Sato putting on a bit of pressure.
Another combination. I love that jab to elbow combination. And landed that. Wow.
Looking for an elbow of his own, França, but it's visibly rocked.
Sato's jab is just opening up a can of worms on França. Sato staying up.
1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2.
Nice elbow, lands the elbow. França with the knee.
França not going down here, but slowing up. Sato looking powerful, pushes him away. Goes to the body.
Way to change it up. França goes for the single leg. He gets it. Sato back on his feet.
Oh, he's in a bad way here, Glaico França. Can the Brazilian recover?
Wow, he looks hurt and he looks tired.
The crowd are on their feet here. Sato looks like he might take this in this third round. Elbows.
He's got to stay smart. França still firing back.
He is, and he's
still
desperate.
firing back.
Yep.
Goes for another takedown. Sato needs to cut it.
França covering up here. Not taking any damage though.
Sato landing the ground pound from the back. Nothing decisive yet though.
A lot of blood from the nose of Glaico França.
Just pouring like a faucet.
I wonder if it's broken.
Big bounce from Sato. He needs to drop some decisive ones though if he wants to get that stoppage.
Still 3 minutes left on the clock in this third round.
Sato's throwing a lot of punches. I wonder if he's tiring out here.
Yeah, there's not so much sting behind them anymore.
Both fighters exhausted.
A lot of claret pouring from the nose of França.
Sato going for it again.
França now with still some fight in his bones.
Trying to keep that top position. Sato needs to get out.
Doesn't want to give his back up here. Does the right thing.
He needs to get out. França needs to stay on top. He needs to.
This is an incredible championship match tonight.
Well, França, where is he getting this energy from?
França now puts the hooks in. This is dangerous for Sato. It could be a choke. He could choke him out here.
Not on the chin. Sato needs to be careful here. He's safe for now.
Oh, he turns around into the guard.
Gets the reversal.
2 minutes on the clock in this third round.
2 minutes left.
We are over halfway through the bout. Looking for elbows and some ground and pound.
Sato's opening up, trying to drop elbows, trying to drop the ground and pound like he should be.
França surviving.
He's trying to close the gap, tighten up that clinch, break Sato's posture. Sato's tired. He's got to open it up.
He is tired. França's pulling him down and keeping his posture.
Joe trying to yell, you got time, you got time.
Yeah, he's telling him you got to breathe.
Yeah.
You got to breathe. 90 seconds on the clock in the third round. This is not too bad for França because he has time to recover here.
Right.
Took a lot of damage in this third round at the hands of Takashi Sato.
He's covering up. Sato's got to pick his punches. They're trying to say grab his wrist, maybe set up, open up some way and set up those punches.
1 minute left on the clock. One of these men is walking away with the welterweight king of Pancrase championship tonight.
Sato could finish it here.
Putting pressure on the neck.
But can he gather that energy? Can he gather that strength right here? Can he open up França and land those big bombs?
Oh, looking for the arm.
Sato does enough to get away, to create separation.
Pulls out.
Again, he's challenging for that takedown, but his head is down.
30 seconds.
Sato breaks it. He's back in the back position.
Now Sato looking for the back take.
He's trying to put those legs in, those hooks in.
França out of there.
Again.
This is an absolute back and forth battle of wills, strength, power, conditioning, and utter athleticism.
At this point, it's all about heart.
Oh! Takes the ankles away.
Takes the ankles away. 3 seconds left.
Oh
França's
my
on top.
God! Woo. Still a possible 10 minutes left here. França's nose seems to have settled down a bit. He shouldn't be blowing it if it is broken. Oh, some of this action here, it's just unbelievable. Let's look at the replay.
There's those elbows. Those elbow combinations that Sato started throwing at the end of that round. He was opening up França with those jabs and those straight punches.
Yep.
And finishing with elbows.
Some punches missing, other punches finding a home on the face of the Brazilian.
Here he is tagging França again and again. Both are extremely exhausted.
This fight hasn't even finished, and if I had a hat on, I'd take it off to both of them. Right, we're going to be held up for just a second here as the doctor checks. Glaico França seems to be okay. He's got the go-ahead. The cage doors are closed.
It is visibly swollen over the bridge of the nose, though, so it could mean breakage there.
We're in the championship rounds now. Round 4, they touch gloves.
Championship rounds it is. Sato opening with that jab again.
Yep, not as sharp as it was, but still, he's throwing it out there.
França pushing forward.
The open scoring tells us Sato won that third round, so he has rounds 1 and 3. França has round 2.
França going for that takedown again, and Sato showing his back again. Is he setting up that switch still?
Yeah, he obviously feels confident from that position. But yeah, against somebody like Glaico França.
Yeah.
He's got the hooks in.
Uh-oh.
This is early on in the round 4, not good for Sato here.
This is dangerous. Did he blow his whole load in the third round?
Flatten him out. Now flatten him out. Put him flat.
Coach calling him flatten him out. If he wants to flatten him out, he needs to extend his legs and put pressure on the lower back, on the hips of Sato.
This is not good for Sato at all. He's under the chin.
He's on the chin. He's on the chin.
He's on the chin.
But look like now he's on the chin.
He's Glaico França is the new welterweight king of Pancrase, all the way from Brazil, shows his dominance.
Oh my God.
Sato gave everything in there, absolutely everything, but it wasn't enough. The Brazilian has the heart of 10 lions and 40 bears. Came through in that fourth round.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's the championship rounds that decides who the champion is.
It shows the difference.
Sato let everything out in that third round.
1 minute 15 in round 4. Glaico França takes the belt back to Brazil, and he will be asking for a UFC contract very soon after this, I would imagine. He looked in a lot of trouble in that third round there. Sato's still on his back.
He's got nothing. He literally drained the tank there.
Absolutely incredible display of mixed martial arts athleticism here tonight in the main event of Pancrase 297. Very emotional, Glaico França there. He's honestly thinking about a lost friend of his. Interestingly, both of them have lost teammates.
That's right.
Sato lost a teammate to a traffic accident. Look at some of this action at the end here. France are coming out of all that trouble in round 3 and trademark Glaico França with the choke.
Wow.
That was it. The old Shonan.
Wow.
Obviously disappointed there. Shonan, the head coach, he puts so much into his team there. He's barely at home, he barely sees his family. He spends so much time in the gym bringing up all these young fighters. You know, we had Toru Ugawa tonight, we had Yuya Wakamatsu, and now Takashi Sato. Unbelievable battle here tonight. Sato gave everything, man.
Wow.
That is not, he's got nothing to be ashamed of there.
He literally walked into that 4th round with nothing in the tank. Looks like he just overpunched him. He punched himself out in that 3rd round.
But, you know, on hindsight, you wouldn't change a thing.
No.
You know, he had to try and lay it on França there when he had the opportunity.
He went for it. He went for it.
そして勝ちましたグライコ・フランス選手にはスカイチケット株式会社アドベンチャー春木克也様より勝利者賞が贈られます。
12th generation welterweight king of Pancrase champion Glaico França here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed history. He's trying to pick the picture up with the belt on. It's after going through a war like that, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Right. Turn the picture upside down. It's like, oh. There you go. There you go. Man,
That
what a
must be
performance.
A fantastic feeling,
Right.
to have a belt like that with all the history and all the forefathers before you around your waist at the end of such a grueling fight camp, traveling halfway across the world.
Right. And just to come back, to make that comeback victory, winning the 1st round, losing the 2nd, and getting smashed, absolutely smashed in the 3rd.
That's the difference between MMA fighters and MMA fighting champions.
Right.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Oi. Ohayou.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, eu vou speak em português. Eu quero agradecer a galera do Brasil, a galera da minha equipe Astra Fight Team. Essa luta é para nós, para nossos amigos, para todo mundo que torce por nós. Essa luta é pro tio Alan. This is my friend. Unfortunately, he is not more with us. His name is Alan dos Santos. I wanna a chair for him, please. This guy always believed in me. He told me, hey man, you will be você vai ser o campeão do Pancrase. E ele estava certo. E essa vitória aqui é para ele. Watashi wa Nihon de tataka koto, ototemo okori ni omoteimasu. おはようございます。ありがとうございます。
まずブラジルの皆様、そしてチームメイトの皆様、ファンの皆様に本当に感謝したいと思います。そして、本日の勝利、本日チャンピオンになったことはですね、アラン・ドサントスのおかげだと思っております。彼はですね、ちょっと最近亡くなって、我々の友人で最近亡くなってしまったんですけれども、彼のためにですね、本日の勝利、このベルトを捧げたいと思います。そして日本で戦ってきたことを本当に光栄に思っております。ありがとうございました。
I have a message for a guy. I like you so much, two guys. Shane Shelby, Dana White, I'm ready to come back to UFC. Two years ago, I was not ready because I was in the wrong class way. E eu quero dizer pro Dana White, pro Shane Shelby, que eu tô pronto para voltar. Eu tô muito feliz. E a One UFC, eu quero o UFC de novo. Eu quero voltar lá no 7-7.
Não, o Shifu. And I'm very happy to make part of the Pancrase. Pancrase é um excelente evento. Era meu sonho lutar no Pancrase. Era meu sonho ter esse cinturão. Eu segui o mesmo caminho que o Champion, meu grande amigo Rafael Morcego. E essa luta aqui é pro Chuala. E thanks a lot for Pancrase. I hope my next fight be in UFC welterweight. Arigatou gozaimasu.
そしてもちろん今までいろんなリングで戦ってきました
There
UFC
you
でも
have it,
戦って
folks.
き
Glaico
ましたけれ
França
ども
has
ちょっと
said
2年ほどご
very
無沙汰して
clearly
おりま
once
すけれど
again
もまた
that
戦う
he
機会
hopes his next
が
fight
あるの
is in the
で
welterweight
ぜひそちらの
division
方も
in the
見ていた
UFC.
だきたいと思います。そしてもちろんパンクラスはですね素晴らしい団体だと思うので今回私がベルトを獲得することができました。そして同じチームメイトのモルセゴもですねチャンピオンになったので彼と共にですねこのパンクラスを盛り上げていきたいと思います。
O Takashi Sato também merece ser campeão. Ele é um cara que se dedica muito. É um cara que eu sou fã. Congratulations, Takashi Sato. You are one of the best.
そしてもちろん戦ってくださった佐藤選手にですね感謝したいと思います。彼も本当に素晴らしいファイターだと思います。そして堺代表にもですね
Big congratulations to the new welterweight king of Pancrase, all the way from Brazil, Glaico França.
E mais todo mundo na minha equipe que me ajudou. Esse troféu aqui é para nós e para o nosso Chuala. E hoje o Brasil está em festa. Daqui 8 dias eu vou para Balneário e para Curitibanos. E nós vamos fazer que nem a festa que a gente fez em 2015. Com a cidade inteira e é tudo nosso.
そして、本当に最後になりますけれどまたチームメイトの皆さんに本当にコーチの皆さんにですね、感謝したいと思います。そしてアーランド・サントスにこの勝利を捧げたいと思います。でブラジルに帰国いたしますけれども4日後に帰国いたしますのでその時にですねみんなでお祝いをしたいと思います。
He'll be back in Brazil in about 4 days' time, and he's looking forward to celebrating with his teammates and family.
えgraças a vocês. Muito obrigado.
そして最後になりますけれども家族ですねお母さんにもですね本当に感謝したいと思います。自分の息子がですね今度チャンピオンになったことをお伝えしたいと思います。
So thank his family, and he wants to call his son and tell his son that he won the championship.
Big congratulations once again to the new king of Pancrase in the welterweight championship match, main event of the night, Pancrase 297, Glaico França. Well, Guy Delamo, tonight we saw some upsets, some incredible displays of mixed martial arts. The first of 3 Tribe Tokyo MMA fighters, Toru Ogawa, took a TKO victory against Tateki Matsuda. Kenta Takizawa knocked out Toshinori Tsunemura in the bantamweight division. He goes up towards a title shot against the Brazilian teammate of Glaico França's. Yuya Wakamatsu knocked out Mamoru Yamaguchi in the second round.
Amazing, impressive win.
Yeah, very impressive in this division, and someone of the caliber of Mamoru, just incredible. Massive upset in the lightweight division. The king of Pancrase himself, Takasuke Kume, came up short against an incredibly powerful and skillful Anton Kuivanen with a second round TKO victory in the final seconds. There was 4 seconds left on the clock there.
It's interesting to see what will be next for Kume and